Peace, fam. This is a recording. So this is for, the replay crew and people who are coming through. This is not a live, this is a recording. I just wanted to quickly give my thoughts on this here. Man, just grand opening, grand closing, huh? Anyways. Well, yeah, I know what it looks like, but I just want to let me just read the story first of all. Cassie, Sean Diddy, Combs settled lawsuit over sexual abuse allegations. This is from The Hill. A lawsuit from singer Cassie Ventura alleging sexual abuse by famed music producer Diddy was settled on Friday, the pair announced just a day after it was filed. The suit alleged that Cassie suffered years of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking while in an on off relationship with Combs starting in 2005, who was her boss. Now, keep that sentence in mind. On and off while he was her boss. She said he lured her into an ostentatious, that's the word, fast paced and drug fueled lifestyle and into a romantic relationship with him. She was 19, he was 37. The settlement announcement came a day after the lawsuit was filed. I have decided to resolve this matter amicably, on terms that I have some level of control, Cassie, whose real name is Cassandra Ventura, said in a statement. I want to thank my family, my fans, and lawyers for their unwavering support. Combs said, we have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best. Love. The suit also alleges that Combs physically abused Ventura, describing savage beatings in which he punched, kicked, and stomped her. She also claimed that Combs raped her when she attempted to leave the relationship in 2018. Combs, a Grammy winner widely known for establishing artists such as Mary J. Blige, B.I.G., denied the allegations from Ventura in a statement through his attorney. Mr. Combs vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. Combs' attorney said on Thursday, for the past 6 months, so they understand this has been going on for a minute. This isn't just pop up. Mr. Combs has been subject to Miss Ventura's persistent demand of $30 million under the threat of writing a damaging book about their relationship, which was unequivocally rejected as blatant blackmail. Now, if none of this was true, if the book was bullshit, couldn't he just sue for slander, being that he has more money? Just a thought. Ventura's lawsuit was brought under the Adult Survivors Act, a New York state law that allows people who say they were victims of sexual abuse to file civil suits after the statute of limitations has expired. Now, look, I know that people are looking at this, may look like a money grab. All right, that's her with your boy Diddy holding the monies and everything, and again, out in the town, like I said, very good looking woman. This woman, very good looking woman, but you know, just like she was involved in a weird relationship. Weird. All right. So yeah, people, there's a lot of idiots, some of your influencers that you confide in, like they have some knowledge. They aren't even lawyers. They don't know anything about these things. So the dumb folks don't understand that. There's a couple of sides to this. If Cassie was actually lying, that then Diddy could countersue for defamation, and other defenses drag this out in court. His money's longer than hers. The fact that he settled in a day, she asked for 30 million, he probably got a little more. but his money's longer. Why would he settle? All right. He'd exhaust her funds, have the upper hand on her financially, but he settled in less than a day. All right. I mean, he paid Cassie faster than he paid his artist, and that says a lot. All right. So a lot of times it's in the best interest to settle if you're not, even if you aren't guilty. And I just want to go through some of the reasons why it makes sense to settle and why people go that route. First of all, the settlement's guaranteed for both parties. All right. So, like, have you seen these trials in television shows or movies? You know that, the two sides, the plaintiff, the defendant, they argue their respective cases before a judge and jury. Then they make their decisions on the merits of both sides. So decisions aren't guaranteed or predictable. But if you settle, all right, and the attorneys on both sides hammer out an agreement and you're both comfortable, no one else is involved, then it's guaranteed and predictable. So you don't have to deal with a jury or a judge to decide. All right. Plus, the settlements are made and received more quickly. All right. Like if he went to court and you drag this on for months and eventually he's found guilty, then he may stall on paying her. Meanwhile, she still has legal bills she has to pay. All right. So basically, right away, she's getting a settlement. He signs a paper, and I guess in a matter of days or months or whatever, she's going to get the settlement. Plus, on his side, it doesn't matter whether he's guilty or innocent because this is law. So it's not proven that he's guilty. I mean, I think he's guilty as shit, right? So does 50, by the way. But I mean, I think he's guilty as hell. I mean, I believe everything that's in that settlement. But the bottom line is that, according to the law, you can't call him guilty. Just like you can't call, I get, well, actually, they did convict Cosby of that, but I was going to use him. But Michael Jackson, you can't convict him of being a Chester, even though, he did very Chester type things. All right. It alleviates all the stress and anxiety. Trials are stressful. All right. Trials are stressful. Some people get nervous, they get anxious, they got to testify in court. You got to, you gotta train your witness or to go before court and everything. It's just not good. So there's a lot of pros to this, but then there's the other side of this. Like the compensation may not be as much. All right. So potentially whatever compensation, we'll never know how much she gave her. And she may not even be allowed to talk. So in essence, she's been silenced. Even if she goes on an interview later on in life, you can't talk about it. Even if something bad happened. All right. There's no punitive damages. All right. So most damages, even though you get money, what about for your psychological pain? What about everything else? That's not the psychological closure isn't guaranteed. Money doesn't equal sanity. It just doesn't. Now she went through all that trauma before, and if she's crazy now, $50 million ain't gonna solve it. It's just not. All right. So you have to make a decision. Basically, there's a decision as to whether there's some pros and cons of settling out of court. But the bottom line, if dude went to trial, if he went to trial, all the dirt was going to come out. All the dirt was going to come out. So the fact that he paid means that he didn't want any more dirt to come out, meaning that obviously there's some guilt there. What if they called other witnesses to the trial? So in essence, for people, and this is what his lawyer said too, which I think is cap, but whatever. Just to be clear, a decision to settle a lawsuit, especially in 2023, is in no way admission of wrongdoing. Combs' decision to settle a lawsuit does not in any way undermine his flat-out denial of the claims. He's happy they got to a mutual settlement and wishes Miss Ventura the best. No, now, being that there was no trial, he's not charged of anything, so he doesn't have to say anything. And plus, he basically silenced her. And a lot of y'all think that Puffy has more money than God. He's only, excuse me, he's only a billionaire, like 1 billion. Right now, you got people who, I've gone through this before. I got to do that again, go through that chart again of the richest families, richest people. Black folk don't have money. He doesn't have any long money like that, unless he's really, really close to somebody in power, some executive he's probably sucking off. He doesn't have any money like that. He's probably has close proximity to people who have a lot of money. But you can't just keep paying off people with all the evil stuff you do. Eventually, it's going to come back to you. Look at Trump. Trump had way more money than Puff, and this dude, you keep getting allegations and stuff with him. He can't pay everybody off. So eventually, bro, his name is mud. Um, now people, he's been charged in the court of public opinion. All the P. Diddy supporters, they're all gonna be saying, well, he wasn't, they settled quickly. See, with them, you can't win. All right. If you don't settle, well, they're trying to get the black man. You do settle. Now she's a money hungry bitch. So again, two things can be true at the same time. Maybe she is money hungry, but he's also an abusive scumbag. Both can be the same here. Both can be the same. I think you get so used to this type of lifestyle right here, and you get so used to dressing. I mean, this is like, look at the access that she got. And she still has a modeling career. Check her Instagram. She's still modeling. I think she's with Ford Models. That's one of the top models out there. So she got all this access through this dude. Now, nobody should get raped and abused. I shouldn't even said that word. Nobody should get violated and abused in order to get that access. And I don't believe that that's the gateway for everybody. All right. But again, I mean, I think his name is finished. I think that the floodgates are eventually going to open on this dude. For all you celebrity lovers who are going to find some conspiracy, now the conspiracy is that, oh, he claimed that there was racism at Ciroc and that other wine company he has, so he called that out. Or maybe some crazy thing like he was trying to buy, he was going to buy Revolt, so eventually they're going to get rid of him. Some silly conspiracy that they're going to make up for P. Diddy of all people. So yeah, man, I just wanted to say that again, a lot of reasons why people settle. All right. All right. Where the people settle now because of the convenience. But the word is out there now. And again, if you think that money is just gonna eventually, make the drug habits go away, you think that she still doesn't have urges for those drugs. If he pumped her up with the drugs as much as she said, then do you think that she still doesn't have urges? And now that she has more money and she'll have more access to those drugs, like these modeling agencies don't, it ain't just Puffy. You think these white modeling agencies ain't pumping her up with drugs as well? So yeah. But at the end of the day, she got her money. Puff's name is shit right now. This is always going to come back to him, and he better pray that no one else comes out and accuses him of shit, or else he's really going to be underwater. So yeah, man, that's it. And again, this is a replay. Thanks for listening, and peace, y'all. And again, like, share.